Hello, hello, welcome, 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 and well met. Tonight we're at the Moonflower Tavern here on my Twitch channel where I play games. My name is Tythalanos, and tonight I'm the GM of another Pathfinder 2nd Edition game in my homebrew world with a few friends this evening. Before we get too far into the game, I do have a couple housekeeping items, a couple announcements. First, the music that you heard earlier and you hear throughout the rest of the night is actually from our bar at the Dorkwood. You can find their music on YouTube. I'd love to hear, more feedback on how we're doing. So if you want to come in and join my Discord server, kind of connect with me, kind of give us some input on how we're doing, and we'd love to kind of connect with some fans. Let's see, another way to kind of to help out and interact with the game, obviously, is just following us. Any followers, you actually are able to create an NPC that may or may not show up into the world. Hint, hint, there has already been one of those in, and another one will be showing up this evening, I expect. Sometimes small parts, sometimes bigger parts. If bigger parts, actually, if you do subscribe, they're more kind of the adventurer class, where there might be a little larger, a larger impact into the world, into the game. So subs also do that, and they also count towards helping our players get some art commissioned of their characters. So obviously we're still early on, but hopefully we'll kick this off here soon. Oh no. I completely forgot to start the recording, so I'm going to have to redo everything on a separate thing. That's okay, I'll circle back to it and edit this out. Last but not least, another way to assist also is by donating bits. 100 bits or 100 copper pieces can actually give a hero point to any player or the DM of your choice. Currently, the DM is stockpiling his points, and the players are running a little dry, so we'll have to work on that here in the future. I think that's about it for the main boring stuff. Now getting to the fun stuff is some player introduction. So players, why don't you kind of tell us a little about yourself and who you're going to be playing tonight? I'm going to keep in rotation so that we don't have any computer mishaps. Mike, why don't you go first?
Hi, everyone. My name's Mike, aka DM Madcap, Madcap23 on both social medias. I have been gaming and doing tabletop RPGs of different types for darn near 30 years, actually over 30 years. You can find me on TikTok, you can find me on Twitter, you can find me other places. Tonight, I am playing Hastian, the Whisper Elf Rogue. Back to you, Ty.
Fantastic. Allie, you're up next.
I'm Allie. I do not play games on anywhere. Please don't find me. Today I'm playing Joanna, a human monk, who, according to my notes, is very excited to shop for shoes this session.
You seemed pretty excited about it, so we'll leave the offer on the table, but that'll come here soon. Last but not least, Shelly, a little bit about yourself and who you're playing tonight.
For sure. Hey guys, I'm Shelly. You can find me on Twitter at RealFleaMonkey, and over at Guild Superior, I play every Tuesday in a Greyhawk 5e adventure. Tonight, I am playing Guzmik, your friendly neighborhood cleric, who's also a goblin, and is excited to get out of her hometown if at all possible.
Hey, that's all up to the players. You gotta nudge them in the right direction. You had one that really wanted to meet your family, and
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
The other one wanted to beat up my dad.
Yeah, gotta say sorry.
Kind of successfully. One hit, all it took. A little slap on the back.
Too strong. I forgot.
Too strong. Reel it in.
With that, I believe that's all we really have for announcements, so we can get right into the game, kind of get back to the fun. Let's see, what would be a good music? gonna try clicking this one. All right, we're just kind of relaxing, do what we kind of want, kind of music. Last time, our players had a reunion with Guzmik's family. A bit of, I guess, lore or a strange connection between a mysterious foe and Guzmik's family. A potential job offering, short-term job offering, you know, escort some cargo, as it were, was offered to him, and you have, it sounds like, decided to accept that for tomorrow at noon to be leaving town, and you will end up missing the Omen's Day fight night at the Plaster Pony. But for a bit of coin, does seem to be worth it at the time. You had just recently, I believe, left Cassius Fury's warehouse, and we're heading back kind of more into the kind of the central, the commerce portion of town. I kind of mentioned out a couple options of shops or some such that you want to go to, and I think I got a couple enthusiastic you know, catches of Joanna might be interested in going for some shoes, and Hastian seemed interested in speaking with a cartographer. That's really what I have of kind of where we left off. I'll put this to Guzmik so that you can kind of, as being the hometown player, you know of a couple places that would match, you know, the interests that the other characters may have kind of pointed out about things that they like to do. Heard maybe if Joanna's still interested in shoes, you do know there are a couple places. The shifting shoes, they kind of specialize in the kind of the digigrade shoes, more kind of that Lycanin, Dracokin kind of shoes. And then you know of the extra shoe is another location as well, kind of your daily shoes and specialty shoes kind of shop. As for a cartographer, you really only know one place in town, and that is the Transposed Treasures. With that, players, I'll leave it to you.
What kind of shoes are you looking for, Joanna? You know, this is my town. I know some stores. You're just looking for, like, out on the town at night shoes, or shoes to drink water in, like fighting shoes?
Shoes to fight a baron? I don't. Nothing fancy.
Well, do you need shoes to fight a baron? The ones you had were really successful.
Okay. The one to walk, because I been doing a lot of walking.
Well, all right. I'll take you here, and I'm gonna lead her towards the extra shoe.
Okay.
We'll start here. If you don't find what you want here, we'll go to the other kind of like weirder store. Unless you just want to go straight to that store.
That's quite the description.
Well,
I'm kind of with that one. I'm interested.
All right, let's just skip and go straight to the shifting shoe.
Shifting shoes?
The weirder
Sure.
store.
It's no
The what?
worries.
The weirder store.
Yeah, the weirder store. Yeah, I mean, walking shoes we could have definitely found at the extra shoe, but I mean, I'm kind of starting to pick up a little something else with you, so I think let's just go to the other store.
Technically, all shoes are walking shoes, so it'll be okay.
Yes, but you'll see.
Okay.
Did I, like, not put it on the map? Oh my god.
doesn't need to be on the map. It's in here.
I know, but I could have.
34.
Yeah, I know, and I have
Oh.
lost 34 on here.
Oh, no, you do.
Oh, there it is, hiding.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, okay.
It's right in
I
the
was just
center of the
wondering
screen.
how to find
Everybody, you know, technically, the players had kind of just left this northeast portion, so Guzmik, the shifting shoes is pretty close to home, so going to be this area. We're crossing right past it, and you know that the extra shoe is way down on the southern side of town, so it's a little ways away. So yes, I guess swinging by the closer one might be the, one of the better moves.
But the cartographer is on the way, though, I think. 36?
That'll be way off. Kind of towards the west side of town.
Where's
Not on the
Waldo?
way.
I love this.
We came from, yeah, let's hit the shoe place first.
Okay.
Shifting shoe it is.
Onward.
So as you make your way to the shifting shoes, you catch, Guzmik walks you pretty much directly to the place, obviously pretty close to home, is aware of where the actual building is, and as you step up, you see the outside shows a picture of kind of like a leather boot. But then next to that, or that's kind of a smaller picture, a little larger picture, seems to be it's almost a boot, or, like a leather boot without the heel. You're probably missing about half of the shoe coming from the picture. It almost seemed very wrong, like the sign was broken, except the sign's completely intact. Storefront seems standard for any other kind of place around. You can see their wares inside, and true, you do see some shoes that are almost missing the heel. Do you care to enter, or do you wish to move on?
I mean, okay, so a lot
Can I
of
just
these
barge
are...
right in? Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no. This seems right. And then I'm just gonna go in.
You have successfully found a place that sells shoes.
Yes.
Entering in, you open up the door to, first, obviously, the tinkling of a bell, followed swiftly by the very powerful odor of leather. Standing around you, kind of hanging around the walls, are a number of more basic and more expensive kind of looking shoes, some going up to calf, some staying down low. The majority of them are actually still missing that heel. And behind the counter, you see, as you step farther into the room, you see a Lycanon, who you could really only describe truly as the Silver Fox. Silver ears, kind of having a bit of a beard, true silver all the way around. Very handsome looking gentleman. Is kind of resting back with his feet up on the bar, or on kind of the counter, and you do see that the boots that he is wearing do not have heels on them. Welcome to the shifting shoes. What can I help you with? As they quickly kind of stand up.
I am looking for shoes. This seems like the right place.
Yeah, truly it does. If you're looking for shoes, my name is Renault. And at that, they kind of stand up and start walking toward you. And kind of mid-stride, they shift their form into their kind of more anthropomorphic fox figure. And you do kind of catch that the way that their feet now stand, they are firmly kind of set in their shoe, and they have kind of that free motion because they, you know, they do not have that heel. Well, if shoes are what you're looking for, what kind would you like?
Do you have any that are humankind?
I do have a number that are, and could always fashion you some.
Yeah, I'm just a traveler, so anything that can withstand a lot of steps.
All right, a lot of steps. So kind of.
She also fought that bear up at the pony. Did you hear about that epic battle with a couple nights ago? She's a fighter, so you know, if you could make them highly maneuverable, she's really, really good at it.
All right, shoes. Kind of pull out a notepad. Traveling shoes, sturdy, willing to, are gonna hold up after time. My assumption would be, well, you're gonna probably want leather shoes and not getting. You won't be on cobblestone the entire time. You'll be off on the road and traveling, it seems. So it kind of starts kind of making notes, and we'll end up kind of pulling you off to the side a little bit, Joanna, to get you to describe, you know, if you want low boots, if you want higher, you know, up calf high, and kind of working with you a little bit, trying to get your design. I'm going to let you stew on that a little bit. Don't need to put you on that much of a spot. But essentially, you'd be probably looking, he'd kind of reach out to say, well, about how quickly do you need these?
Hey guys, what's our plan again? I kind of forgot.
We're leaving tomorrow morning at noon. We can come back here though if a quality shoe takes longer than less than 24 hours, which it might.
Well, if you do give me a longer time, I can provide a higher quality product, but expedited turnaround is also a possibility. You'll just have to pay for my evening shift, evening rates.
Seeing as I'm the reigning champion and probably am gonna leave, I'll probably come back right after this trip. So let's just I'll let you put your effort into it. Give you time.
All right. Well, if that's the case, how about if you bump it up to a gold, I'll make something special for you.
Deal.
With that, we'll kind of lead you off to the side and kind of trace, ask you to kind of take off your shoes, trace your feet, kind of get all the measurements set, and we'll kind of prepare them for what all they need for them to make their shoes to your specifications. We'll probably come back to this, that you'll want to have an idea about what you'd be looking for. Anything else that you would like to kind of speak towards to this individual?
I can't think of anything. You guys got anything?
Okay. With that, they will happily kind of lead you out, and you said you'll be gone a few days.
Yes, we're making a trip up to Shadow Tenant? No.
We're going north.
Yeah.
I mean, it will be a round trip, of course,
Granite
but
Shade.
Well, not much up there, but all right. Well, swing on by Umber's Day, and we'll have the shoes ready by then.
when you say not much up there, what does that mean exactly?
Well, if you're heading north, there's not much north except the verdant shade, and not Not terribly a great number of people go up that direction. So there's not much up there.
We're not going up for pleasure. You know, we're just doing a job, dropping some stuff off. So it should be a quick turnaround.
All right. Your business is your own. It seems there's to be a lot of walking in, so probably best not to be on a long trip with brand new shoes too. So it's probably best that we do wait. But
yeah, then we can break them in here, where you can take them off after a couple hours. You know.
This one knows. This one knows how to break in her shoes.
I broke in a few pairs, yeah. We all have, right? I mean, okay. Anyway,
Pretty excited about my new shoes. I haven't done it that much.
With that, they'll kind of lead you out, and you now have a set appointment to return to the shifting shoes for a pair of shoes come Umber Day, which is still about 4 days away, and so you have some time.
Cartographer.
all right. This is gonna be a bit of a trek.
Never mind.
It's good. Yeah, you don't have to break in those shoes.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You've got your old shoes. It'll be fine.
So I will lead them down to number 36. Right? Yeah.
Yep. All right. Transpose treasures.
Wait, what? No.
Transpose treasures. Yes, that's
Yeah.
the.
Oh, that's the name of it. Okay.
Yes. You got me there. You call me off guard.
Caught me off guard.
So as you make your way across town, Kuzmik finally stops you at a pretty small home, it seems like. The curtains are drawn, the door cracked open, and the sign above is in simply plain kind of written letters, transpose treasures. Kuzmik, as a kid, were you kind of running around town a lot, or were you mainly focused around the shop?
I think I got out when I could, and raised a little ruckus, but I would expect primarily I was at home under the watchful eye of my parents until they thought I was old enough or experienced enough. I didn't spend a lot of time out and about until I was a bit older.
Okay.
You know, like 5.
Well, you've probably had a few friends that have mentioned this place, because the owner of the shop does sell kind of local treasure maps. Essentially, they're like little geocaching maps.
I think I probably would have come here a bit then.
Okay.
Specifically to this place, not all over town, but...
Then you would also know probably about the treasure hunt, the search for Welrix's hoard, where the owner here kind of has a big old treasure hunt every year, annually, that is very cheap to get into. It's only like a silver, but has plenty of maps to hand out to people, all kind of trying to find the same treasure. A little token. Most of his little geocaches are small tokens that they'd end up finding over time, but they do have the one larger kind of prize. So you probably know a little bit about the middle-aged blue-scaled Dracokin Welrick's Breeze Scale. As you enter the shop that you have entered in a few times previously, it is as, well, maybe not dusty, but it definitely smells of old parchment. There are books and cubbies and folded papers all around the edge of the shop. And in the center are just a number of kind of tables laid out with some maps kind of draped over them. But for the most part, everything, this kind of shop section is pretty small and focused just on the walls.
Well, Heston, here we are. All of your map needs are here to be found. Trust this guy. Well, Welrick's. Is that his name?
Yep.
Welrick's. Ever since I was small, I would come here.
Excellent, excellent. So I walk over and I introduce myself. I'm Hestian, fairly new to town, at least recently. And I have in my mind that I've seen this place before, that I have a picture of. And I'm hoping that due to your incredible experience in creating maps, you might be able to help me find where this is actually located. And I spread out the picture that we had from the Goblin Cave. My thought was that it was somewhere around here, and that these two lines could be the river or a river and a stream, something to that effect. But I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, kind of fit some glasses. Well, you're not giving me much to work on here. It kind of lays out your map piece. Well, obviously, this. Well, let's get the main focus out the way. Is this a stream or a road? Water? Road? Unsure?
That's what we were
Unsure.
wondering.
Unsure.
Well,
I thought it was more of a water because of the unevenness of it.
well, and actually, you'll kind of point at the two, essentially like asterisks in the center of the map. Well, if this is by standard cartography, expectations, these two would mark rocks or standing stones, and this here, the pointing kind of to that Y, would be some such of like a cave or some such. So I would not expect to see a couple standing stones in the center of a road. So, all right, the stream. Let us go with the stream here, and well, let's see. Beyond that, based on how close that these height changes are, we're probably talking somewhere in the hills. Well, streams and the hills, you're probably getting. I guess, is this a local map? Is it from around here? Do you think it's from around here?
I thought so, yes. I thought it was near here, or possibly slightly north.
Let's see. Oh man, I don't have that here. I would assume it's somewhere northwest of Gareth, somewhere, possibly even north of Gareth. Though northeast of Gareth, you're mainly only going to experience the one large river, and this seems to be more of probably a stream based on the size and height changes here. So my assumption is somewhere northwest, west of Gareth somewhere.
Okay. Looking at a map, a local map, is there an area? Are there any areas on your local maps that this might match or be close to?
Well, I do admit we don't have a lot of in-depth maps of the wilderness. Oh, let me see. We'll kind of head off to one section of the wall, and we'll pull down maybe half a dozen maps, and we'll kind of unfurl them out, or like open them up quickly and lay them out and kind of trace his finger around a little bit. Why don't the three of you give me maybe a D20 check and just add your intelligence modifier?
$19. I forgot that I have no intelligence, so. Haha, natural 19.
As am I, natural 19, no pluses.
17 with my +1.
Perfect. And now why don't the three of you roll a perception check for me?
$13.
25.
Why do I always have a hard time finding?
It's on the left
areas?
side. Yeah.
Left middle.
10.
Okay. The three of you have done, well, Hestian and Joanna, you've done enough traveling to really kind of have seen a decent number of maps in your time. Guzmik, maybe being in here enough, you've kind of picked up a decent amount and knowing how to read kind of Welrix's little treasure hunt maps, that you've picked up enough to kind of catch that the maps he's pulling out are more definitely a close-up area in kind of that empty space between Balos and Gareth. It's kind of looking around there to, from what you can see, it doesn't really show in depth of all like little streams. It's just kind of hills, and nothing really seems to truly match up one-to-one with what you're looking for. And Welrix does kind of see, notice the same thing. Guzmik, you would catch that on all the maps that Welrix pulled out today, all have the same signature on the lower right-hand corner of the maps. It kind of looks like a intertwined K and an R.
A and an R.
Yep. Well, from my best guess, if this was local, would be in this general area, but sadly, I'm not seeing much on a stream that kind of matches this profile. Even the hills, nothing does seem to match up exactly to say that this is where you'd be looking. And unfortunately, I don't have every map in the world.
Well, go ahead.
Your help has been quite wonderful. I do appreciate it. I didn't know that those were standing stones, and so the fact that a standing stone's a cave and that's definitely a stream in both of our opinions gives us more information, more clues to follow. We'll definitely look at west of town. By the by, AR, who's the cartographer that made
You
that
didn't
map?
catch that. Only Guzmik did.
I was hoping she'd say something.
Thank you.
Well, actually, is this the piece you found? Is this leading to treasure of some such?
We're not certain.
Or would you...
Might be leading to the lair of the Black Maw.
The treasure of Black Maw. Do you mind if I actually copy the take a quick sketch of this map, just in case something untoward were to happen? I would hate to have a bit of knowledge loss.
You can do that if I can have that map.
And what map are you pointing to?
One of the maps of the local area, something that's not like gigantic, but one of the more detailed or better maps of the area that we think that this might be in.
Okay. You can roll a d6 for me, please.
5.
Okay. We'll say 1 catches your eye, kind of that it's relatively close to the road, or like right on the bottom edge. It shows kind of that heart to Cyrenthe by in between Balos and Gareth, and you can, in the upper or kind of the left side, you see a bit of like a forest kind of marking on it, seeming to be the edge of the gnawing forest, and kind of seems that general area that it's kind of focused in. Kind of seems to catch your eye if you want to take that one. I believe I could probably part with one of these. Nobody's come by with any of them anytime soon.
Excellent.
So I'm seeing the same initials in all of these. Who's the person that made these maps? Maybe we could talk to him, her.
Oh, yes, Kellen Renlass. You'll find a decent number of their maps about the shop here. There was a bit of a incident quite a number of years ago, and the Lost Library was generous enough to donate a number of maps, and actually borrowed me a young up-and-coming cartographer for a time. So I got a number of his maps from the area.
Do you have a favorite one?
He'll kind of glance over at you, look you up and down for a moment, and kind of get that twinkle in his eyes, and he'll climb over to the kind of back at near the counter, go to the one wall, and reach up and over the bookshelf off to the one wall, and pull down a pretty hefty looking map, and we'll end up like taking it up to the counter in order to unroll it, because it comes out to be like a 3x4 foot map, and it is very well stylized and annotated with the cities and towns of Cyrenthe. Pretty close to kind of the map that you may see now on stream, and I'll bring it to you guys. Pretty close to the country map of Cyrenthe. This one I paid a pretty penny for, and well, sadly I don't take her out too often anymore, but she is a fine masterpiece, if I do say so myself.
Very, very detailed. That's a nice map, for sure. So this guy, did you just got to borrow him for a little bit? Is that what happened?
Well, we had I guess it was before your time there, little miss, but see, the old cartography place actually burnt down a number of years ago, and well, I happen to have a bit of experience as a salesman, and the Lost Library offered me to, you know, restart the transposed treasures, and I must say I'm glad I took them up on their offer. And well, you can't sell a shop without any wares, and so they were able to kind of set me off with a number of maps to get me started, and even gave me a young up-and-comer to kind of just draw out some of their maps that they've been, or copied over some of their maps that they had previously.
This map is gorgeous. I understand why you wouldn't want to take it out too often. From a cartographer's perspective, is there anything like unique or cool that the map maker did? Any like differences to the real world? Idiosyncrasies?
Joanna, you would kind of know of this area barely, kind of from the general area. He'll point to kind of the southwestern side of the map, to the desert, the sands of Eora. Well, I must say I'm partial to deserts myself, and they added in a number of kind of the, well, I don't know if it was artistic, you know, expression, but we have a number of kind of ruins left over here, and oh, you'd be really, not a whole lot of maps have this, and he'll kind of point to a dot in between Kimana and Lycana, and said this right here is the Dragon's Roar. And there you see of a kind of a small symbol of a whirlpool. Probably those two would be my you know, most interesting facts of this map.
Very cool. Do you know if the map maker traveled a lot? How do you make so many wide-ranged maps?
Well, I'm guessing a bit of here and a bit of there from a number of map makers that you ended up traveling to visit, to kind of get that one-on-one with masters of the area.
Do you mind if I copy the runes and the location of the whirlpool?
Well, I might have drawn up one of, or you know, those previously. Give me a moment, and maybe we'll come to a deal. And with that, he'll kind of wrap up the large map and kind of tie it shut and put it back on top of the bookshelf. And we'll rummage around for a little bit, kind of pauses in the center of the room and kind of looks around to reorientate himself, and heads off into one kind of section of a bookshelf and sits there kind of flicking through a couple, opening them up, before coming to you with a pair of scroll cases. This one would be kind of the waters between Kimana and Lycana. This one will have the Dragon's Roar on it. You won't see a ton of them with it. And this, the sands of Eora. Again, I'll admit this is my own personal work, transposed off of the other map there, so I'm taking it with a grain of salt. I'm unsure exactly if the ruins are accurate, but for these little specialized maps, this one here with the Dragon's Roar, you don't see that often. How about a gold and 2 silver?
But including us giving you the map that we found? I mean, we grabbed almost a random map, but you know.
Hey, that was a deal struck with this fine gentleman right here.
Christian. All right. What'd you say? How about a gold solid?
Now I feel showing a map, you know, my treasured map and all that information. I can't go any lower than a 1-1.
Guzmek will pull out a silver.
Yes. I hate change. I will give a gold.
I'll put it down.
Hey,
I've won a couple of these pieces from him, so hang on to that map, Welrix. Don't show anyone.
Ooh.
Well,
and I take another silver out, and I just give him that. So it's his full-on asking price. Don't show anyone that map. Not until you've heard from us again, at least.
well, now I can't promise you that, but I could give you a month. You know, not a ton of others come by looking for random oddities, and you know, I expect no one will come by looking for it anyway. I expect your map will be safe.
All right.
Like a shopping spree for me.
Do you
You
happen
earned
to
it.
have any cartographer tools, like items that we could use to enhance the map that we bought from you? Should we find interesting items? Because I'd hate to use this and I pull out a piece of chalk. This is all I have. I'd love to have some finer pens and or writing implements to make certain I'm not damaging what I have purchased from you.
With pulling out the chalk and saying that's all you have, you'll kind of get that aghast, like, oh, that's, and
Right?
will I'll admit to not having the cost of cartographer tools off the top of my head. Give me just a second.
Yep.
Oh, but plenty. I have plenty of tools lying around. Yeah, for the let's see, if you want the really nice kit, and I'm talking. Well, I guess how knowledgeable are you in the cartographer's arts? Are you talking, you know, a full set of compass, a ruler, the survey map, everything? Or are you just talking about just the basic utensils?
Just the basic utensils. I'm a rank novice.
You can see he kind of, as he was asking the question, he was heading off to some pretty expensive kind of looking tools over on the corner, or on one of the bookshelves.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see. You could probably get a. I could probably got a ruler. He kind of starts digging around back behind the counter. So I got a ruler around here somewhere. Kind of pull out a ruler. He'll pull out, you know, kind of some pieces of kind of writing. Wouldn't be ink. Essentially, it'd be like a pencil.
Yeah.
You know, bring in a bunch of those tools and a few kind of bits of paper, and we'll even be able to find a, you know, kind of a little worn compass. Well, this here would be our basic cartographer's kit.
Mm-hmm.
We'll run you, you know, a gold and a half, 15 silver.
I take out 2 gold pieces and I say, put it down and I say, would that make it so that it would be 2 months before you show the map portion to anyone else?
Very quickly, kind of eyes light up. 2 months, it is. We have a deal.
I take the cartographer's kit and subtract 2 gold from my inventory, and we're all good.
Sorry, just making a few notes in case
Let's go
this
fight something.
is going to come up for later.
Why is that not working?
What's up?
I
Subtracting
can't
gold.
get it to subtract gold.
Sure.
Hell, I
Happens all
can't
the
get it
time.
to. Let me do it here. There we go.
So it does work?
I had to pop back in.
Foundry, you vex us still.
Yeah, that's okay. I got it done. So that's all that matters. Oh, and I suppose I should add cartographer tools somehow.
I'll end up making up something for you. Or if
Okay.
you just want to add it in, no, I'll make something. I'll throw something together. Maybe I'll do that during the break. Well, is there anything else I can help you with, or I must say it was wonderful doing business with the three of you.
It was great to see you again, Welrix, but remember what we said, 2 months. She turns around and walks out.
Fear not,
is on
fear
her way
not.
out.
2 months it is.
But
I'll follow.
Yep.
Where are we
I'm
going now,
following
though?
Goosemic.
That's all our. That's all my shopping plans. I don't know.
With this, starting with Cassia's, you left Guzmik's parents probably about noon. Couple hours of between Cassia and heading this way. You're probably looking at, we're talking real early dusk, but it's definitely getting about that time for dinner. If there's anywhere else in town that kind of catches your fancy, be interested in going, or you do have a standing appointment this evening at the Three Cats Laughing.
Yep, I say we go back to Three Cats.
I'm in.
Right.
Okay. As you make your way over, Guzmik will probably be a little surprised to see the pony is still closed. Probably would have normally been starting to open at this time. But they're keeping the lights are still off and the doors are, not swinging back and forth with patrons just entering.
Are there windows? Like in the front?
Yeah,
Can I look
plenty.
in anywhere? I'll just run right up.
Curtains are pulled, but they're not super heavy curtains. But inside, everything looks as it should be, just quiet and no one at home, it seems.
On a scale
anything?
of 1 to 10, how unusual is this? 1 being super normal, 10 being ridiculous that it's not open yet.
7 to an 8?
Pretty reasonably ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I hope eggs is all right. What could this be? Hold on a second.
Is this not normal?
No, this place should be open by now.
It could be that he's next door.
No,
Wow.
no.
Let's find out. And I just want to walk like straight in.
To the pony?
Yes.
Okay. You
And say like eggs.
Okay. Give me your high enough dexterity. We'll give it to you as you go to turn the handle. You catch yourself as you're turning that the handle's not turning, so you don't run face first into the door. Door seems to be locked. Save yourself some embarrassment.
Didn't think about that. Confidence.
That's why I'm looking in the window, Joanna. What? So maybe we go around the back. Maybe that's something.
Let me take a. Hang on. You two go and look around the back. I'll be right here for a moment.
What are you gonna do?
Wait and see if someone comes out.
Well, okay.
As I'm fishing around in my pouch.
You are
fishy,
on
but-
the main road.
And
Just as a warning.
Okay, we can see who wins. Us or Cassian tried to lockpick the door.
What
Also,
are
I
you guys
definitely
doing?
imagined a saloon door. I don't.
Don't. Okay. Not a fan of lockpicking the pony, but it
Here's
does
the
seem
thing.
pretty weird. They could be in danger in there.
I have 3 potential choices for you. 1, we go to Cats Laughing because we told them that they should talk to Eggs over here and kind of do a combined thing, which they may have because they're very good business people. Second option is I can try to open this door. And not to brag, but I'm fairly decent at that. And the last thing is that we could try sneaking about the back and seeing if there's anything on the back. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a 4th option. Just pass by and come back later. Maybe he overslept.
He is not the only one that runs this place. I would like to go with option number 3, if that was the sneak around the back option.
Fine.
If that ends up being no clues, then you can try maybe lockpicking. I don't actually know. Maybe there's another door back there. I feel like there might be, but I don't remember. I'm kind of worried about these guys. Also, if he was talking to Cats Laughing, he would have had somebody else running the place.
Perhaps.
Place is a gold mine, starting like now. Let's just go back for a minute. Just make a circle with me. Okay, let's go.
Yep. I'll agree to anything. I'm thrown off. The door's locked. I mean,
Okay. You kind of make your way, obviously standing at the front entrance. Let me do this.
It was 2 nights ago that we had the battle royale, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, today.
Cause last.
we've had one.
Oh, was it last night?
No, last night.
Yeah. Okay. Cause you just took the hot bath last night. Or the.
Yes.
Yeah. Point of reference: Joanna's hot bath.
Yes. So this would have been last night that you would have had the fight night. The 3 of you are essentially on the porch of the plastered pony. You've already kind of looked at, the one window that's directly onto the road. Again, slightly curtained, and nothing seemed too amiss from that side. As you, I'm guessing the 3 of you make your way all together around the side. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
You make,
Yeah, except for the DM asked, and now I'm wary.
I'm so
Yes.
glad that I'm getting the paranoia. I just love it. As you make your way off to the, we'll say the east window, and actually it is the east window. Checking through again, curtains, light curtains covering up the window. Window pane seems to be intact. Maybe, I'm assuming someone gives it a little tug or push to see if it lifts or opens. Are you at all being sneaky about this? Or are you just kind
I'm
of...
always sneaky.
Well, except for when I tried the front door. Yes.
Well, why don't the 3 of you just give me a stealth check?
Kuzmik's half-assing the stealth, but
Okay.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
10.
9.
You definitely got the 2 half-assers.
Okay. It's a skill issue.
And Hassian
for sure.
takes this seriously.
Always. 24.
So with that, Hassian definitely gets that nonchalant kind of gonna wander between these 2 buildings down this alley. Kuzmik and Joanna are maybe a little jittery, a little more suspicious as they kind of make their way You probably would have caught a few eyes kind of catching notice and making maybe possibly making mental note that you were heading back there down this dark alley. But as you kind of give a push on the windowsill, nothing seems to move. Any locks are on the inside, no glass is broken. Inside you can barely see the fighting pit, or the stable, the fighting stable.
Could you two please go back out front? Just for a minute.
No.
I mean, I'll go, but what's the noise that you're gonna make that says you're getting your skull crushed so that I know to come back and save your
Eep.
butt? Eep.
That doesn't seem like a natural
Okay.
response.
Or just stay here. Just let me do my thing.
Well, all right. I'll be
And with
listening
that-
for an eep.
I'm going to use my stealth, 13 this time. And I'm
Yeah.
going to move to there.
You needed us to make you look good.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get back to here.
making your way around. You can you make your way to the back side of the building. Never really being back out here, even over your time being at the Plaster Pony. You really don't make your way to the back alley very often, or ever. You have not made your way back there, but nothing really seems to jump out that this is any nefarious beings are out. It is still a decent amount of light. You make your way over and across to the window.
Mm-hmm.
Glancing quickly at the window, no glass seems to be broken. Back
Push on
here, yeah, doesn't move. These shades here, or these curtains, are definitely they're a little heavier
Okay.
on the inside, but again, nothing terribly seems out of place.
Looking at it, is there a way that I can jimmy a thieves tool up into there and open up the window?
Possibly.
Okay, I would like to try.
Sure.
$27.
You're able to kind of get your lockpick almost, or it's instead of a lockpick, you're actually like using a wire. It takes you a little bit of time to get it in between the two windows and wrapped back around to kind of catch the latch. But you are able to just barely able to kind of pull it off to the side and unlatch the window.
Carefully lift the window up just about that much and pull aside the curtain.
Okay.
So I can see unobstructed into the main room. Is it lit or is it completely dark in there?
Completely dark. There's a little bit of light kind of coming in from the windows still, filtering in through the side, and the place seems, I would say, how you've ever seen it before. You haven't really seen it shut down, but no tables are knocked over. Nothing is strangely broken that hasn't already been broken previously. Guzmik and Joanna, are you both kind of still standing around the corner waiting? Are you going deeper? Are you going back out into the open, or?
I wouldn't have been able to hear him open, I guess, the window.
Nope.
Is it, from where I'm standing, is it possible, or like in the front, to get to the second floor? Like if I use acrobatics or anything?
There isn't much of a second floor except on the west side of the building. Just kind of like an arch to a roof, and being inside that there really isn't much of a second level in this kind of eastern side. It's just a little bit above the bar.
Guzmik would like to go back to the front door and just knock on it to and yell, "Eggs! Eggs, you in there?" Anyone that sees me is not going to be like, "What was she doing?" You know, because I'll be obviously looking to try to get in. Also, maybe he's just, I don't know.
I'm worried he's hungover and we're interrupting his.
Well, he would be very happy
recovery.
for us to help him get himself moving. Eggs, you in here?
A bit of pounding. Hasty and House, you can kind of hear it going on. Doesn't seem to draw. Wait, don't see any movement inside. Gooseman, no one comes to the door. You get a few more eyes kind of looking in your direction as they're kind of walking down the road, and you kind of hear a couple people, mention, the pony's closed. That doesn't happen very often. And
that's what I'm saying.
Well, is there a reason they might be closed at all?
I mean, not that I know of. Do you know something I don't? I've been away for a couple weeks. They just had that contest last night, but they're always open the next day to, talk about it and celebrate it. Right?
Yeah. Anytime you can keep drawing attention to fight night and bring people in, of course you take the opportunity. A couple passerbys might kind of pause and be like, that is strange. Well, I mean, if there's some, it seems like there might be some big shindig over at the cats. Maybe Eggs is just over there.
Well, I think it's awfully strange he's not, or doesn't have somebody opening at the pony, but, I mean, that does make me feel a little better, that possibility. What kind of shindig?
Oh, I think there was something about I forgot what they were called, but there's some, maybe it's the people that like opened up the artifact or somebody around close by. I'm unsure. It's not worth my time.
All right, well,
You're talking about decent noodle.
I'll just keep knocking a little bit more. Sometimes, Eggs falls asleep, but, thanks for your concern.
And with that, most people would kind of leave. There's still, traffic on the main road, but nothing terribly, strange.
We'll wait for.
Yep, back to the back.
Any smells, any sounds, anything I can hear aside from her banging on the door?
I mean, you get the faint smell of blood, which, is not unheard of. Might be a little stronger now, but that's because there's not a lot of other bodies in the pony. You did get a bit of that stale, spilt alcohol smell. Everything just seems stronger than it was previously, but you're unsure if that's just because no one's in there or if there's another reason for it.
Okay, I'm gonna shut the window and try to relock it with my thieves' tools. Do you want me to make another thievery check?
Just give me a thievery check, kind of tell us about how long it takes.
28.
You kind of got it down, especially closing it. You're kind of able to kind of prep it and able to lock it again and quickly slip out your tool.
I'm gonna go around to the front because I heard, obviously, someone banging on the door and yelling for eggs. And just say, look, there's nothing back there that leads me to think that there's anything suspicious going on here, other than the fact that he hasn't opened his bar yet. I mean, think about it though. The big thing, the big champion, is right here. And is appearing over at the Cats tonight. So it's not like he has a champion to hold up, and it's just my thought. I think we should go over to Cats, see if he's there. And if he's not there, one of us can come back and keep banging on the door or something.
I will
About-
condone the or something if he's not there.
chill here. Yeah, and then someone can come back if he's not there. What if someone's in there and we just tried to break in, and then when we leave, they'll try to leave? still I'm still on edge for eggs. I would like to stay.
Adopted NPC. Good to know.
You are the reason why the Cat's Laughing is having a shindig. If anyone's staying, it's either going to be me or Guzmic.
No,
I'm
'cause
happy to
I
stay.
need to stay. Once I get there, I can't leave. You guys
You're
could.
the champion. You can do whatever you want.
I couldn't. Peer
They'll-
pressure.
They'll want you to sign some stuff, probably. You know.
When I get there, and I'm not gonna get there for a little bit.
All right. Well, I guess. I mean,
Fine. Why don't both of you stay here? I'll go over to Cass.
Questions for the players. Do you remember why the shindig was, or why the stuff was being posted and what the deal was with the cats? Do you remember?
It was that we were going to come back for one night. We got a discount on our rooms. And it was all of us because we're Decent Noodle, the ones that opened up the glove. And we have the champion from Plaster Pony, who beat... oh my god, I can't remember his name. Tybalt, thank you.
Okay.
The bear.
That was partially to refresh DM memory and also player memory. So, perfect. Thank you for that.
but then that in return, she was going to be able to say that we were staying there, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And the reason it was important that Decent Noodle was named is because all of us have had our pictures sent on, and I'm the one that looks least like my picture. So that's one of the other reasons why I was like, I'll stay here. You two go.
Okay, so you want, well, that's because you like those cat ladies. I know.
I do like the cat ladies.
I mean, more than, is normal, if you know what I mean. But you can go,
Define normal for me, please.
You guys can define that while you're walking back.
platonic. You want more. And that's fine. They're beautiful, beautiful ladies. Cat ladies. Listen, there's more pressing things at hand right here. Do you want to go back?
I'm going to stay at the Plastered Pony, and I was sending you two to Cats Laughing.
Alright,
Argument
because-
how
made.
about we just break in? I mean, I think that would be faster than discussing this.
You
Would be
probably
hard
are
to explain.
catching a few more eyes of arguing at the on the front stoop of the pony.
Be
I am
very hard to
antisocial.
explain.
I do
Hang
not
on.
want to go to my own party yet.
Hang on.
I would like.
I'm looking around. Is there a guard or a city patrol around?
Sure.
Pardon me. Hello?
What can I do for you?
Do you know of any reason why this establishment might be closed? It's one of our favorite places to stop and have a drink before we go on to our places of stay, and the fact that it's closed right now is rather odd to all of us. We've been here most nights. We enjoyed the spectacle last night. In fact, it was quite amazing.
You didn't see a sign on the door or any such?
No, not at all.
Did we look for a sign? Like. I mean, I almost hit. I almost hit the door.
You
I
would have
think I
ran
would've
into
seen the
it.
sign.
Guzmic would have, yeah. You guys didn't really see a sign, and I guess I'll reach out to some of the neighboring businesses to see if they saw anything strange.
We're very concerned. The proprietor has actually become a fast friend for Johanna and myself, and our other friend here has known them for quite some time. And so the fact that they have not opened their business is very concerning to us, sir.
Well, I shall look into it for you.
Thank you very much.
Can I do a perception check? If is he writing us off, or is he actually going to do it?
That'd be insight. I think there's insight. Is there insight in this
There's
game?
no insight. Perception covers all of
Perception it is. Go for it.
Can I look too, or just her?
Yeah, anybody can.
20.
Since it was her idea. 10.
Guzman, you might be a little on edge yet.
I'm worried
Um,
about my friend.
Yeah. Hastian, Joanna, the two of you can kind of catch that it was an oddity that was brought up by a concerned citizen, and seems like he'll do his duty and look around. So you do believe him that he'll look into it.
Oh.
No, I after while he's still in earshot, I said, Guzmic, I understand your concern. However, I don't believe standing here and pounding on the door all night is going to get us anywhere further than it has.
Stopped. I haven't been pounding this whole time.
I understand. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that literally. What I meant is, I don't think that we're going to get any further information by simply standing here and waiting. I think that we
agree.
should go on with our night and go to the Three Cats and come back later.
Well, if he's not there, I would like to come back right
Definitely.
away.
I'm with you on that.
Okay.
And then we can go next door to the other businesses about if that's all right with the town guard, and ask around ourselves if that's wouldn't be impeding your investigation, sir.
I guess, well, don't worry too much about it. We'll figure something out and,
All right,
leave it
thank
to
you.
us.
Thank you.
Could Guzmic, since she is very aware of the strange footwear that Eggs wears, could she potentially look for any fresh prints made by that footwear? Like, just do a once around before we go?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
So,
And then we can go.
that high of platform shoes, you're going to catch a lot of, like, drag marks from the toe, and it's definitely strange to kind of walk in that.
Nice.
I
Okay.
know my platforms.
A quick glance around, you kind of check the dirt around kind of the off to the right of the stoop and even out into the street a little bit. You're not seeing that that telltale step.
Okay.
Hastian, were you not able to get in? I mean,
I was told not to go in.
Let's walk and talk. Let's go over to the...
no, we're going in. This is Eggs, dude.
We're going to the Three
If
Cats because
if it's
that's the-
unlocked and there's no one inside, and we see that no one's inside, all we have to do is check his bedroom.
It's locked.
Three Cats is so close, though. I really
It's-
feel like I'd have trouble explaining to Eggs, who might very well be at the Three Cats laughing, that we just broke into his establishment.
Yes.
I
was
think
We'll
he
come
would
back
be
here and
okay
do
with
it.
that if we thought he was dead.
I
Joanna,
don't-
what is going on? Why do you not want to go to the Three Cats?
This is for Eggs, man.
No,
This
it's
has nothing to do with my party for me, and us, and my band, and our group.
You fought a bear. You deserve
to win this, so we should break it.
I am not about to unlock any entrance to this place without first checking to see if the proprietor is next door.
Fine.
You,
If he's
Joanna,
not
do you
there,
want to
we'll come
wait
back.
here? Are you waiting here, or are you coming with,
Oh,
Joanna?
if it truly is next door, yeah, I'll wait here.
Yeah, it's just next door.
Yeah, I'll wait here.
Okay, good. I'm
I
actually
win.
kind of glad somebody's there. This will happen. Let's go.
We did it.
I'm going.
Fine.
Okay.
So I'm going to the Three Cats. Gizmic can walk with me or not.
It sounds like she is.
Already walking.
So,
Let's do this.
I'm frustrated with Johanna that for some reason a party frightens our big bad monk who fought and defeated a grizzly bear.
Hey, that was a set time. I could leave whenever I wanted, because I was gonna win.
Hester,
Parties,
we'll
you,
just,
you can't
we'll
control
just
it.
drag her along later. When we come back and everything's fine with eggs, let's do some positive thinking, some deep breaths. Everything is gonna be fine with eggs, and we'll go back. We'll get her. We'll force her. You know, she can fight a bear, but there's 2 of us. We'll drag her back.
I'm fairly certain I'd be able to knock her out. Anyway.
Oh.
Are they in earshot or not?
Nope, they're
I
gone.
think that would be fun to see later. It's a friendly battle between decent noodle members.
No, I would need you to distract her. So I could come up with a sap and just flap on the back of her
okay.
head
You would win then. That's
and knock her out.
Okay, let's discuss these details later. I feel kind of
Certainly.
weird about knocking out Joanna, talking about it.
I'm not going to do it, though.
I mean, it
Not
would be.
yet.
It's a fun thought experiment, but let's find eggs first.
Yes, let us go and find eggs.
So at this point, you've probably kind of reached the outside of the 3 cats, and plastered on the outside is, you know, a piece of paper that was kind of nailed up to the side of the door, saying, 3 Cats Laughing presents Decent Noodle, and the champion of the pony. There will be below that will be your pictures from the kind of that announcement paper be drawn up. Hassian again. It's definitely not accurate exactly, but
ears!
Yep. With that, you can hear that despite the relatively early hour, yes, this place serves, you know, dinner, but it's normally not this raucous, and it's not this busy. As you push open the door and kind of step in, you see Dara, front of the house, kind of she will, despite her normally stern countenance, will have kind of turned up a smile and welcoming you back in. You glance deeper into the room to see the common room is already, all the seats are already taken up, pretty much. There's off to the corner, kind of where the bard would normally be sitting, it still sits empty. A quick glance through the crowd. Hastian and Kuzmik, you both see on a table, half drunk already, a very happy and content eggs. And with that, we are actually going to go take a quick break. A little bit of chaos, a little bit of tension. You guys really are on edge about something. My goodness.
it's eggs.
Yeah, but it's not something I said, right? Like, you guys are just
We're naturally inquisitive by nature.
jittery. Jittery
You
is, I
said
think, the word.
something wasn't normal, so
Well, it's not normal.
Someone's
but his-
Worst case immediately. Okay, we know how Joanna thinks. Sounds good.
He's dead.
Okay, with that, everyone, we're going to take a quick, maybe a 3-4 minute break. Those on YouTube, it's only be about 15 seconds, so stick around, come on back, and we'll keep playing. So, see y'all soon. Bye.
Problem.
I mean, yeah.
Just leave her behind. All right, everyone, welcome back. Thanks for hanging on for a short time. Just wanted to let everyone refill their drinks and take a little break. So we are going to be back. Players, just 2/3 of our players, just entering the plastic pony and catching eyes on eggs standing on one of the tables already in their cups. The players, we're back to you.
I will, am I maybe 120 feet from the front door of, the pony?
Definitely. A lot closer than that.
Okay. I will cast Message as a cantrip. Targeted Joanna, of course. You're needed here ASAP. You can respond to this message.
Joanna, you hear Guzmik in your ear, and she's not right next to you.
I just want to respond with, like, WTF, but actually saying the words. And then I'll just go to go to the three cats.
Heston, I'm pretty sure she's coming, but she just swore at me.
Yeah, she said I was needed ASAP. She didn't say everything was fine or the eggs was okay, so I'm like walking like full steam.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you might not have come.
Okay. For eggs.
You'll see. It'll all be fine when you get here. You can't even hear me say that. So.
Sure enough, the door behind you is ripped open, and there's Joanna coming in, ready to go, but seemed to be probably quickly calmed by the jovial atmosphere inside. The three cats laughing. Inside, you see, most notably, you've got Eggs and Galvin, his assistant, at one table. Let's see. You'll probably catch Raxel there. A few other people who are there observing the fights. No Snuffy. No Tibble. And a host of other people, some from people around town that Guzmik might have a passing, memory of, and plenty others that you have no idea of who they are. Dara at the front desk seems pleased that you have held up your end of the bargain by returning to the three cats. You can see Vale being quite busy behind the bar, getting people's drinks, refilling orders. There are a couple of their tavern girls are running around as well, likening themselves to different patrons and getting drinks and bringing out food. And you can hear Lorelei kind of yelling out from the back of the kitchen. Seems to be a very busy night for the three cats.
Question: we should have asked for a little bit of percentage of tonight's bill. This was all us. This was mostly us. I'm not this busy last night.
No, you're right. It is because we're here, but
Should have done it.
Sometimes you just have to be nice to the people that are taking care of you.
Or the ones that you have a crush on. Yeah, that's what I thought. Silence is compliance.
I will admit that they have a certain quality to them.
I think I like Dara the best when she's gruff, when she's cooking in the morning. I appreciate that. I do.
Yes. So I'm going to walk over to the main hostess,
Dara,
and just kind of say, how would you like us to proceed? Just find a table like normal? Do you want us to announce ourselves? What would you like?
Feel free to get yourselves ready for the evening and head off into the bard's corner, and we made sure to set aside a table for you in case others were to kind of come up. And beyond that, seems to be a busy night already. Thanks for agreeing to this, and I And, you know, it seems like with the caravan heading out tomorrow, the talk of decent noodle should spread to the west quite quickly.
Excellent. Good to hear.
Guzmik would like to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, you go.
Guzmik would like to just wander over to that notice board again and see if there's anything that Lorelei didn't tell us, or if there's just anything new added. I'm trying to kind of be sort of low-key here in this shindig, but also looking for any new info.
Any new info of just like things going around the town, or
things that would concern Guzmik. And obviously like any Black Maw-ish type things. I wouldn't say Black Maw, but I don't know. Just anything new that might perk her interest in that way.
Sure. Oh, damn, I'm trying to find some of my other notes. Let's see. So at this kind of notice board, kind of request board, you've got obviously your kind of notice put out that you know, pertains to the three of you, that someone has opened the Gauntlet of God's Time. You see another kind of smaller image, essentially, of the three cats welcoming Decent Noodle and the champion of the pony, or the new champion of the pony. There's a notice of a trader's caravan heading west, set to leave tomorrow. You've got a hold on, let me see exactly. The Tonics of the Wild seems to be requesting some material gathering in town. There's still a request for an escort needed to see Cassia Fury. There's a notice from the Sunnerd Collective about a requesting assistance escorting an individual requesting sanctuary. Let's see, there's a request that a farm to the southwest is claiming to be haunted, and to
a farm to the southwest.
Yep, and to speak to the lieutenant of the guard for further information or opportunity.
Okay. As I'm walking, just before I walk away, I'm gonna scribble a mustache on myself, on my picture.
Okay.
It's a disguise.
Sure.
Of course, I'll look to see if anyone is looking first, and then I'll do that.
Just give me a stealth check. We'll see how stealthy you are, Joanna. During this time, you know, Hastian went one way, Guzmik went another. Is there anything you want to do in the immediate, future?
I'm debating whether I go buy eggs a drink first or I go hug him. We're just gonna go straight for eggs. And just kind of like, I don't know, match his like drunken energy and say like, hey man, like, good to see ya. Glad you're doing good. How's the party going so far?
Seeing you, especially you being the first one to come up to him, would be, Ah, the champion's here, everyone! And kind of really start immediately drawing attention to you and in their drunken excitement.
He's dead to me. No, I'm just kidding.
You'll get a number of cheers going up and probably already a few offers to buy you some drinks. And I guess if you're not trying to get out of it, you're going to be in it already.
Yep.
Okay.
I took my little 5-minute break while they walked 100 feet. I can do it.
Okay. Guzmik, you definitely weren't stealthy. You probably caught a few eyes of drunken patrons or even just tipsy, and first they'd be kind of questioning what you were doing, and then seeing that you did it on yourself would kind of chuckle to themselves and just kind of leave you be. Hastian, Guzmik, Joanna's entered into the merriment.
Finally. I'm going to go over to the area that was pointed out to us, and I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to ask if anyone wants to hear the tale of us finding the gauntlet and being able to use it.
Okay. You'll get a decent number of people will be kind of pull up chairs a little bit closer. A couple offers to buy you drinks.
Certainly, I'll definitely take a drink, and I take my my hat and I put it in the center of the table. And I'm going to do a performance check, if that's okay.
Go for it.
To do orate and tell story. And I've got to get out of this and here and go back to this and roll, and hopefully it rolls well. And I get a 19.
Okay. You've got a decent number of people have given you their rapt attention. There are a decent number that are just excited to be drinking and not really paying attention. But it seems like the evening you will not be short on drinks based on your kind of story that you're telling. You will catch some of the people will have been new to the or that you've seen that Plaster Pony. Some of them will be new. One that kind of sits out from you is a kind of a middle-aged human male with glasses that are kind of propped down on his nose, that he's looking at you over them with a notepad. Guzmik, while Hastian seems to dive right into the storytelling, what would you like to do?
I would like to kind of go in the back if it feels like I can get away with that. And cast Detect Magic on the group.
Okay.
Let's see, I think looking for a distance here.
I think it's probably 30 feet from you.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I don't see it.
You'll see a broom off in the corner that you know is, known to clean the 3 cats by itself. Maybe a couple bits and bobs, or a couple people have things that light up on them. Maybe a necklace here, a ring here. Someone's got a button that lights up. Nothing, terribly bright. Just very dim, minor kind of magic items that seem to light up. A small glow from Joanna's pocket. That's probably about it. Nothing major.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave it be. And then I will go over and join Joanna for a bunch of drinks. Because I know Hestian is going to be highlighting all three of us.
Yeah, I was actually going to say I'm making certain
no.
that I'm bringing up each of
Yeah.
our
Yeah, for sure.
contributions, and then after talking about the gauntlet for a while, I launch into the bravery of the new champion of the area, and how Johanna, the champion of Gareth now, faced down a snarling beast of an opponent and was able to come out victorious and blah blah blah.
You'll probably catch a few dirty looks from Raxel off to the side that was kind of listening in, especially when you mentioned dirty beast of,
Not dirty beast, vicious beast.
Still maybe not terribly pleased, but will kind of let it go in the understanding of building a tale. Joanna and Guzmik, Eggs will have offered you to buy you a drink, and Guzmik, you notice pretty quickly that Eggs is not wearing his shoes. His platform shoes. Just seem to be in kind of a regular pair of shoes at this moment.
Sure. I feel like that would make sense. I don't think that I see him a lot out of his working conditions, but he doesn't need to look over a bar right now, so that makes sense.
You'll kind of catch them for a bit. Mix. It's good to get out and not work for an evening, I tell you what.
Yeah, it's gotta be great to have the booze served to you. What a nice, refreshing change, right?
The only downside is, well, it's a downside at the other place too, but it's still costing me money.
Yeah, I can see that might be the case, because you could have gotten some business tonight. We went by the place and was a bit nervous at first when we saw it was closed, but obviously you're here and you're fine.
Well,
we did it once around to make sure nothing untoward was going on.
Yeah, well, no one ever sees the pony shut down, and the sign will explain it all. So everything is good to go, and maybe we'll go there, kind of the after party, if depending on when we get kicked out of here.
Oh, so you think you might not even open tonight if we never get kicked out of here?
Well, I just, if the party's staying here, and I'll let the cats do their thing, and if they wanna call it a night and people still want to drink, maybe we'll have to bring them over. I can't turn down some money.
Smart business decision. Mm-hmm. Get them over there as soon as you can.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible we might not be there for the next battle. Is that going to create a problem?
Yeah.
The next champion
kind of turn back to Joanna. You skipping town on me already? Got a new champion, or you're already leaving?
Didn't come here for the fight.
Yeah, but you stay for the booze.
I don't drink. Unless it's fight night.
You did last night. All right. Well, you're drinking tonight, as he'll kind of nudge you a drink in your direction.
God, I can't think of anything witty. Guzmik and Hestian offered to drink for me. So, if you have extra beers to give, I'm sure they would accept.
You are muted still.
Did I hear you call for your stunt liver?
Well, I ain't gonna push it on you, but Yeah, just expect a lot of drinks going that way. He'll send Galvin up to bring you an ale.
Me?
Yeah, Hastian. Yep. He'll kind of set it on the table, and we'll head back to the rest.
So while all of this is happening, has anyone put coin in the hat that I left on the center of the table? For my rousing tale and great performance roll of a 19.
Maybe a few silvers being tossed in. Nothing major. But you do get the drinks will not be paid for by you three tonight. And now I guess by you two.
You got this, guys.
So once I finish a round of storytelling, I'm going to take all but 2 silver out of the hat and I'm going to put it in a pouch, not where I normally keep my normal money, but leave it there and restart the tale.
So you can pocket 5 silver.
Okay.
The other 2 would have sat in the bag still.
Restarting the tale, this time with a little liquid courage.
Okay.
21 for my performance check.
The crowd.
And now it's not kobolds.
And now it's what?
Now it's not goblins. It was no. The fish gets bigger and bigger. Yeah.
So you'll kind of kick into the second one during this time of kind of merriment. Probably would have brought food for anybody who wanted it. Plenty of drinks. Maybe an hour in. The bar. The Cats has gotten a little bit busier. More people coming in. The crowd in front of Hastian has shifted a little bit. You're still catching the gentleman taking notes is paying rapt attention to you again the second time. And during this time, why doesn't Guzmik and Joanna give me a perception check?
17.
You both will have caught a familiar light blue-skinned kobold run into the bar, or into the Cats as well. Anything the two of you would have done, while Hastian builds up to a second, or through a second story?
Who's this? This person taking notes, is he there? Does he look like he's there in some official capacity?
Kind of. I guess if you paid attention to him for a little bit, kind of caught the eye that someone was, still sitting directly kind of in front of Hastian. Mm-hmm. They probably haven't been drinking as much. They've kind of been nursing their drink, which I guess is odd based on how everybody else seems to be drinking in here tonight.
Is there a chair open next to them, or?
I mean, you could open up a chair anywhere you go, champion.
Oh, good point. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bar and get a drink that hopefully I don't have to pay for, and then I'm just gonna head over to him, set down the beer, say, "Looks like you're really enjoying our tale. My name is Joanna.
And here she is, the champion herself.
Hastian."
A bit of kind of story break kind of brings you in. You'll catch the gentleman kind of look up at you, kind of look you up and down. He smiles for a bit, and as the chair opens up next to him, if you do happen to kind of decide to take that seat, because it seemed like you may have wanted to, someone easily kind of moves out of the way for you. He'll kind of in a quieter kind of way be like, just stay here, I want to listen to the tale once again. Obviously trying to keep you relatively nearby, but still very much attentive towards Hastian's story. Guzmik, anything during this time?
Maybe I would come in on the other side of this guy. I kind of want to see what he's writing. So, like, I might kind of like put my arm around him and go, "Hey, I'm Guzmik. I'm the third part of Decent Noodle."
Okay.
And as I'm saying that, I'm looking down at his stuff and looking at him, but I don't really want him to see that I'm reading his stuff,
Sure.
his literature.
You would notice right away, he seems to be taking very prestigious notes of almost everything that Hastian is saying.
Is there like a specific vibe to these notes? Like, do they seem like they're not just like telling a story? Do they seem like they're like clinically specific?
Clinically specific,
like
very
that?
factual, able to kind of cut through a decent amount of Hastian's exaggeration based on a second storytelling, is able to figure out what is and what isn't a little bit.
Okay.
I would never. Yeah, I exaggerated a lot.
Is there a title on the notes? Real stretch.
You would see a date. Hold on, I have this.
From the desk of the Sundered Collective.
So,
I don't know. It's journal. There it
hint,
is.
hint. That's what I'm looking for.
So the
I'm going
6th
to
of
dissect
merit,
these fools.
10:15. 3 cats laughing. Trial of Gauntlet of Insith openers with your names. You'll probably see that announcement page off to the side, kind of, or like poking out of their notebook that they're writing in.
Okay.
You know, we could just tell you this story later. Like, how about you talk to me, buddy? Up.
No, I gotta finish this. I gotta finish this one, and then yes, I would relish the chance to speak with you.
Sorry, it's now or never, because I have that power, and I have never had that power before, so I'm gonna use it. It's your pick, though. Like, totally.
Give me a
up to you.
persuasion check. You are pulling him away from a story lead, but you are promising him more information.
An
Wait,
exclusive.
How do you do persuasion? Deception.
Society, actually,
Golly, I'm still getting all these
Diplomacy.
down. Diplomacy,
is what
thank you.
do.
Ugh.
Yep.
15. But I am the champion, so like I think that adds like, I don't know, 15.
Hastian, you probably have, my guess is, about reached in your second tell through the champions fight at the pony, would be my guess. And with that kind of moving on and away, he will take you up on your offer. Kind of scramble around and pull a couple of the notes and pages he had on the table. Right, and where shall we go?
Oh, I didn't think this far ahead. Is there like a quieter corner?
I mean, Hastian took up the quieter corner, but you could probably make space if you want. But sure, you could probably get a booth, kind of kick a few people out. They'd be happy to give up their space if you surrender a couple of your drinks that you seem to have a tab of. So yeah, you can sit down in the booth with this gentleman as Hastian continues his tale of the champion. Guzmik, would you like to follow along? Is there something else you want to do?
Nope, I'll stick with this mystery note taker.
Okay.
And Joanna.
sitting down and kind of away from the rest of the crowd a little bit and some of the clamor, the gentleman kind of opens up his notebook again, and it's just like, thank you for meeting with me. I honestly, I hope to have spoken with you earlier, but Tabitha mentioned that you'd be, crap. Hold on.
Gara?
Huh?
Lorelai?
No.
The other one.
Oh, yeah. Tabitha mentioned that you'd be heading this way and that you were to check in, but well, when you didn't show up and I saw the notice and it seemed like you were in town once I saw this, I had to make my way over to hear the story from the horse's mouth, as it were. If you... yeah.
So, Sunder Collective then.
My apologies. Yes, my name is Novicius Lucklin. I am the representative of the Sunder Collective here in Gareth. Here to, well, speak with those who wield an artifact, possibly, or at least open the gauntlet to hear your tale, to kind of reach a point to his notes, to take some notes, as it were, to learn more about whatever happened.
But specifically, though, like, you just want information, right? You don't need, like, blood or organs or anything from us of any sort.
Oh, my dear, no, just information, maybe a chance to look closer at the rings, to
Okay. They're not gonna take our fingers off, though.
No, I mean...
The rings. Okay, that's a relief.
Yeah,
that's a relief.
The rings are what's important, and just, if we can slip them off, just kind of take a look at them will be fantastic. I know if you're a little hesitant, I can understand that, but...
So interested in the rings, how come you didn't go to Godtime? I mean, there's 2 more. Get yourself one.
Oh, I made the trip to Godtime years ago. I even did the trial, paid off out of my own pocket for that. They didn't open up, but did my stint there, and now Tabitha's the one, kind of in charge down here. She's the lucky one, I guess.
Well, here, go ahead, try to take it off. And I'll put my tiny little long black fingernailed hand at him.
Seems, despite the questionable hygiene of the nails, will gladly kind of reach forward to kind of first, I'll more so kind of take your hand to kind of look at the ring, to get a closer glance at it, and will kind of take his quill and kind of poke at it a little bit, and then we'll actually like blow on it to kind of rub it off, and then go to kind of pull on the finger or on the ring to try to remove it, but it still does stay snug on your finger.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, right?
Well, it just doesn't seem like to move. It's on there pretty good. Though this isn't...
It's on there really good.
Really
None
good.
of us have been able to get them off.
With that, he'll kind of set his quill down and kind of take your hand a little bit tighter and kind of two-hand to try to pull at the ring. Not a super large individual, but Kuzmik being a little bit smaller, it might start to hurt a little bit because he's trying to get that ring off.
Yeah, I'm gonna slap his hand pretty hard.
He'll recoil back. Sorry.
Joanna, maybe I like that. Stop.
Consent. I mean, if you like it, just tell me.
And we'll kind of hold out his hand towards you, Joanna, to see your ring. Do you offer your hand forward?
What are you looking for? I'm not denying. I'm just interested.
I'm just trying to compare the rings. It's very weird. You're your little friend here, she had her ring was the changed to silver, so it's a little or it's all silver. It's not what I expected, because last I saw they were multicolored, and yours, what color did you choose? Black. Yours being the black ring, and yours is black, and I was just trying to see if like it rubbed off or if you like dyed it, or and kind of plays with to try to get it clean to see the colors underneath. But so why aren't they the normal color? Are these actually the rings that were with the gauntlet?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they disappeared from the gauntlet, and suddenly they were on our hand.
Now, what do you mean they disappeared? Like all this, and with this, he'll really kind of dig into what happened, getting both of your opinions, what you saw, what you felt, and seems to be very inquisitive and grilling you for your exact everything, feeling, what happened while you were doing it. He's got some notes that he kind of crosses off some of the notes that he had taken previously and writes corrections on. Seems like Hestian may have embellished or left something out that he had to correct.
What are you gonna... Go ahead.
Okay, you're asking a lot of questions, dude. I want to ask you some questions.
And what can I do for you?
Oh, it sounds like you've talked to Tabitha recently. Has she talked to you about payments that Godtime is having to make to this Black Maw? I mean, I really feel for a small town like that getting taken advantage of.
Tabitha's note was passing on their way up to Naistu that you were expecting to head this way to speak with me. And that was all I really had, was that you were coming up this way. No background information, just to the point.
So the Thunder Collective doesn't even know then.
About this Black Maw character, whatnot, that I guess I am unaware.
Well, damn it, I don't have any more questions. Alright, what else you got?
Well, what are you gonna do with all of this? Does all this information just go into your stockpile, your library of info?
Well, I'll write up a report of everything that I can, and we'll compare to, other reports. Sounds like there's a couple rings still on the gauntlet that, maybe if we're lucky and someone pulls them in the next decade, maybe we'll have more information on what the artifacts do. Do you know what they do? Have you experienced anything strange while wearing them?
A lot of attention.
A lot of attention, yes, but I do feel like my spellcasting is a bit more effective now, since it changed color and moved to the pinky finger.
So at that, he would have started kind of very quickly scribbling as fast as he could about when you had mentioned kind of strengthening your magic. And then halfway through scribbling, he would have stopped and kind of glanced over at you and said, "Moved? I thought you said you couldn't remove the ring." And he goes back up to his notes higher up and kind of points to you about his notes about the ring not being able to be removed.
I never removed it. I just thought it would be cooler on my pinky finger, and was probably thinking about how I wish I was better at spells, and the next morning, bam, there it was, and it was silver.
So have you tried? And he'll kind of... He will reach out to you and kind of cover your eyes and hold your hand, so you know where both of his hands are, and be like, Can you think about moving the ring to another finger? And he's just kind of staring at it.
But I really like it on that finger. I prefer it on that finger.
Well, we can move it back. That's fine. Just think about it on another finger.
Okay, for purely academic reasons, I understand what you're trying to do. So, okay, I'm thinking about moving it to my thumb.
Back off, that's mine.
Dude, it's just temporary. It's
He'll
imitation is the highest form of flattery. Okay.
kind of have
Oh.
silence, and okay, well that didn't work either. And he'll kind of remove his hands and go back to his notes and make a couple more notes on there. And you you'll kind of pull up some other notes. And Joanna, did you experience a strengthening of your spellcasting?
Do I look like I know spells?
I don't presume anything.
I want to say what you said was a presumption, but no.
Well, did the ring do
That was
anything for you?
I don't think so.
With that, you'll kind of make a note on there.
Insight check. Just kidding.
No ideas.
Can't do that here.
Joanna, just give me a deception check.
God,
Don't
Who's
worry,
Nick?
you gotta do real bad. You're probably fine.
I know.
If I know what she's trying to do, I'll help her.
11.
He's there, he's kind of trusting and taking notes and just leaving it at that. So he'll kind of let it pass. He won't really call it out or anything. Despite the shakiness that Guzmek picks up in your voice, that you're probably lying. He kind of keeps going with it. Well, I guess is there, I think that answers all my questions. I would love to speak with, with your bard over there. With the storyteller, orator.
He does get carried away with his stories sometimes, but I'll give him one of these if I can get his attention.
You'll probably reach the second, finishing break, and the crowd finally breaks and separates a bit. You'll find another 7 silver in your cap.
So I'm going to take all of it out of my cap. I'm going to take the stuff that I put in my pouch before. And I'm going to walk over towards where they're at, but I'm going to make a detour to Eggs's table.
Okay.
I'm going to drop the coin that I got on Eggs's table. And I'm going to say, it's only because of you and your contest that I've been able to get this and additional free drinks. So it's only right that I share it with you. And I'm going to head over to Guzmek and Joanna and the strange little man.
Okay. Eggs will pass off the coins when we'll not turn it down at all, but we'll pass them off over to Galvin to kind of keep an eye on those for him. As you kind of enter the booth, are all three of you planning to stay there? Joanna, Guzmek, have you ideas to leave at all? Anything else you want to do during this time?
I'm interested in that excited little blue guy. He was the one that talked about Joanna having dragon blood. Was that guy?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I will excuse myself when Hestian comes over.
Okay.
I'll just.
No offense, Hestian.
Um,
I'll pull out my seat and have him sit in my seat.
Thank you. No, take it. Go and have fun, Guzmek.
Okay. Yeah, with that, Guzmek, you'll kind of head off in one direction. It takes you surprisingly short amount of time because you do see that kobold kind of almost glancing around some tables and chairs, kind of keeping a watch on Joanna. But before that, Hestian kind of sitting down. You as well are grilled by this novicious gentleman who asks you a ton of questions, pulls on the ring. He questions as to, well, and yours is blue. When did it turn blue?
Oh, it was after the first night I wore it. I thought to myself, it's a wondrous thing, and it has to have some special properties to it. And I dreamt of my days in the circus that night, you see. And the next morning, I woke up and I felt very spry and very able.
Gonna be taking notes, and yeah, most of the same questions, Joanna, that you're getting back. Again, he seems to be very factual and to the point. Hastian, would you have any kind of questions for him, kind of going through, or maybe nothing in particular that hasn't already been asked?
Nothing that hasn't already been asked. I am going to play the polite gentleman here and tell him that we're sorry that we didn't immediately come to the Sundered Collective upon arriving here, but we were very road weary, and we had a few items that we wanted to take care of prior to ending up, with this type of discussion happening. And we're glad that we could finally connect and have some type of chat with him. And while I'm telling him this, I'm eyeing the notes that he has on the table slyly and seeing if there's anything that looks interesting. Anything that he might have written that I might take, not umbrage to, but might be like, well, I don't think he should have that right now.
He's got a kind of question marks and kind of pointing back and forth between the ring doesn't come off and then like the ring moved, and kind of questions of wondering what the heck that was about. Obviously a few scratches from your embellishments that you can probably catch on to pretty quickly. He seems to, like I said before, kind of gotten down to the brass tacks of what occurred, and nothing that he should have. If I guess you said most of it, that I don't think you would feel too untoward about some of the or anything that he had written down.
Okay, I was just trying to.
I get you.
So, character or player to player, do we like this guy taking the notes, or does it look like? I mean, are you two exhibiting any type of moderate to severe discomfort of having to answer this gentleman's questions and having him take notes?
Once he assured me that I wasn't going to be dissected, I am happy to give him the information that he is academically interested in, I think. That's my take.
I am uncomfortable with anyone asking me questions, but he doesn't seem like he's doing it in a suspicious way.
If he puts down his pencil, I'm gonna palm it.
Okay.
May I?
Sure.
Palm it?
Go ahead, roll this sleight of hand.
He's good.
Thievery.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
I don't think that's
26.
sleight of hand.
Yep. He'll kind of make mention, like, during this time we'll have kind of looked to both of you to be like, yes, I understand, though I'm glad I was able to get the information. Thank you for also taking the time this evening. I didn't even expect to get this time. I was hoping to kind of meet up and invite you back to the Center Collective, to my house to kind of get some of this information. But thank you very much for that. Though I apologize. I was I was going to offer you a healing potion to get you to the house, but if you would like to, since I still have the information, if you'd like to swing by in the morning, I'd love to, pay off the funds that I was planning to provide.
I would actually appreciate that. Especially if it could
Certainly.
be in the form of a health potion, because Tybalt, my man, is a very good fighter.
He'll give you kind of directions to his house and be like, apologies, anytime after the sun is fully up would be a great time to swing on by, and I'd love to see the three of you in the morning.
See you soon, buddy. I don't know why I'm calling you buddy. He's
Ashton, you would have caught that he would have been looking around for his pencil, but would have very quickly given up on it and grabbed another one out of his pocket and made a few more notes, and will then start kind of cleaning up everything. And, well, if that is all, see you in the morn, I do hope.
Oh, certainly. We'll be there.
With that, they will make their way to kind of get up and leave, and will actually finish their drink finally. Guzmik, over to you and to the kind of that light blue kobold that is kind of staring attentively at Joanna as she is sitting in the booth. Would you like to stride right at him, kind of come around behind him?
Well, first I kind of want to make note of what he is drinking and go get one at the bar. And first, do I know what he's drinking? Can I tell just by looking at it?
Probably. You can make a decent enough estimation.
Okay.
It seems to be that golden grain ale.
Oh, high end. Okay, so I'll go up to the bar and ask for 2 golden grain ales.
Okay.
And I won't move to take any money out, and I'll pause for a minute.
You're good?
And see if they're...
Nope.
Okay.
They're
and
right to you,
I'll
no
take 'em.
problem.
Okay. I'll take one, and I'll just come right to him. I'll sit down. Give him one for me. And I'll say, Fangtooth, is it? What's his name, Fangtooth?
Yeah, you got it.
Fangtooth, is it, right? It's good to see you again.
Yes. A friend with Dragon Lady, yes. A friend with Champion. And kind of go look back right at Joanna and kind of keep staring at her.
Yeah, creepy. Yeah. So, what's your story anyway? Do you come to the fights often? Do you just go to fights that you think people with special talents are in?
No. I was there for a drink and waiting on next caravan and ready to just traveling.
Is he staring at Joanna the whole time he's talking to?
He'll glance over at you, but he'll catch himself after talking to you for a little bit, the fact that he has lost sight of Joanna, and kind of glance back to make sure she's still there.
I'll lean over, kind of like closer to his face than he might be interested in. I see that you're paying a lot of attention to my friend. You mentioned something about dragon blood last night. What? She's human. What might that be all about?
Yes, she is human. And I'll just kind of seem to ignore you, or not push more into your question.
Did you even hear what I said? You said this last night about dragon blood.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna try to. We could do this the easy way, which is what I would prefer, which is why I brought you a delicious beverage. Or we could do this the hard way. Which do you choose?
Can I speak with Dragon Lady if I choose easy way?
Why do you need to speak to Dragon Lady? I mean, I'm not saying no, but why would you need to speak to her?
That's a secret.
I am going to. Can I do a message without moving my mouth? Oh, hold on. Let me
It's
see.
more of like kind of whispering. You could, being as close as you are, he'd probably be able to hear it.
Okay. I'm going to. You know what? Yes, you can speak to Dragon Lady if you tell me what it is you're talking about with the dragon blood.
He'll perk up at the Dragon Lady and then immediately kind of shut down. No, I want to speak to Dragon Lady. I mean, Champion.
Listen,
Can I speak to Champion?
Fangtooth, you can speak to her after you tell me. Not before. You answer my question first. That's the payment for doing the thing. Is speaking to Dragon Lady.
Why don't you give me a persuasion or intimidation check? Depending on
I'll
how
do
you
an
want to take
intimidation
this.
check.
Okay.
We've moved beyond niceties.
Ooh,
Oh, 24.
24. Fangtooth will kind of shrink back a little bit of your intensity and glance between yourself and Joanna a couple times. And Fangtooth wants to speak to... Fangtooth thinks Champion can help Fangtooth. Because Fangtooth heard that Champion may be a dragon. And Fangtooth wants to be a dragon.
Okay, you can't make this up. Just stay right here.
He'll be a little worried that you're leaving, but will still be a bit intimidated and will end up staying in place, but again, eyes locked in Joanna's direction.
I will get up and go over to Joanna.
At this point,
whisper.
I'd say Novicius would have left, so it'd just be the two of them at the moment.
Oh, okay. Then I will not whisper in her ear. I'll just get down a little low and say, Joanna, you remember that guy last night with the blue skin? I know you were busy, but he was very interested in your wins. He
Yep,
seems to think
One
you're...
of 3 that were excited.
I think all of them. He seems to think that you're a dragon or you have dragon blood, and it's very weird. Do you think you might want to just come and talk to him for a minute? He seems very focused on you. I'll be right there if he tries anything weird. Obviously, so could you fight your own way out of it, but just come here for a second. This is super weird.
Yeah, I mean, I picked my shoe store based on the word weird, so let's pick my conversations.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I hope it's weird. I hope you... Well, I don't know. It'd be cool if you had dragon blood, but, yeah, come here.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
His name is Fangtooth. I don't know if you, remember from last night. I don't even actually know if you talked to him last night.
I think I did.
Yeah, okay. Come on over here.
During this, Hastian, you still would have been there. Did you want to follow them? Did you want to go back to another tale?
No, I'll follow him.
Okay. So the three of you will end up leaving your booth and head over to Fangtooth.
Is the booth empty?
I mean, yeah, it was just the three of you.
I would rather send Guzmik over to like bring him to us. It's a fancy table.
Okay.
Gotta use it.
God, what am I anyway? So I turn around and run back over to Fangtooth. Listen, Fangtooth, you want to just come to our table?
With that, like, his tail will kind of start swing wildly. Seems to be quite excited, and will.
Champion has requested your presence.
He'll start walking with you, like just behind you, and then as you get closer to the table, he will run in front of you and try to sit directly next to Joanna.
I grab him if I can before he gets, because I don't know what he's doing. I see him running for her.
Okay. Why don't you give me a dexterity check to try to grab him? Or so it would be a athletics check to try to grab him.
Okay.
I don't know about this.
Oh, 4.
He is able to kind of caught you by surprise and is able to slip your grasp and will sidle up next to Joanna like a puppy, like close as he can get, staring up at you, super excited.
Hastian, let's switch. So then we're gonna switch, and I'm gonna say, I've only met you like twice, my dude. And anyone that comes up to me with this much energy, I hope you respect that I'm wary. Let's talk a bit, and then maybe, you know, we can be buddy.
So how is the booth in your guys' eye? Is it up against the wall?
Oh, I thought it was a circular table.
Now it's more like a booth
Same
in the
thing with
corner.
saloon
Yep.
door.
Nope.
Oh my god.
I mean, you're more than welcome to kind of like nudge him out and get up and change sides. It's, you know, if you want, or.
I foresee it as kind of like that booth that you have at
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh.
at the Denny's at you know, midnight. It's that
All right, yeah. So it's kind of a U-turn
3/4
or a U
it's
booth.
U,
Okay. So
and
you
then
kind
there's
of
space for a chair out front.
so you kind of sidle and shift and switch with Hastian to get Hastian in between you, and he'll kind of look between Hastian and Joanna, and then back to Guzmik, and will kind of be a little off-put and upset about it, but will accept sitting there, it seems.
So, Fangtooth, tell me why Guzmik thinks her conversation with you was very weird.
Well, my apologies. Fangtooth wanted to not tell everyone what Fangtooth overheard unless Champion wanted it.
Overheard where?
At the pony.
She wants it. She wants us all. We're decent noodle. I lean in, kind of infusing myself into the conversation.
He will.
We're decent noodle. So what she hears, we all hear.
He will look to Joanna for confirmation.
I'm just gonna nod my head.
Well, Fangtooth wants to become a dragon, and Fangtooth heard that that you may be you might be able to help, or Fangtooth think you might be able to help.
Why would you think that?
I heard that you were the dragon's lost child, so you must be dragon. And that you were trained in the ways of the dragon, so you know how to be a dragon. You must be a dragon, so you know how I can become dragon.
Well, first off, Dragon's Lost Child. I guess I was gonna say adoption exists, but you, God, it's so like pure. It's so hard to eat. God, dang it. You keep saying you heard it. Who'd you hear it from?
Oh, that's the two shifty looking people at the pony last night. They're wearing cloaks. One was I don't think he had hair and very square face. Trying to see, trying to make things up. Make sure I'm close. The other, she had hair that I could see under cloak, and a little pointy ears, and she seemed not so scary looking, but still scary looking.
Do you see anyone that looks like that here now?
Though Fangtooth will take a quick kind of look around. No, I don't see them tonight.
Does Guzmek remember seeing cloaked figures last night? I mean,
How well would you have taken in the bar crowd last night?
I was pretty focused on Joanna, so.
You know, you may have glanced at them at one point, but not to really remember any features, I would say. They said they said the roots don't lie. So you must. Can you help Fangtooth be dragon?
I'm sorry, Fangtooth, I can't help Joanna be dragon. I got a couple moves that are based on dragons, but
So you not dragon?
mm-mm.
And kind of seemed to deflate at that, and
I want to quickly say, why do you want to become a dragon? Seems like you're pretty excited for it.
well, why not be a dragon? Dragons can fly. They're big. They're respected. Fangtooth want to be dragon.
Damn it, Fangtooth. I'm adopted so many people in this town. Okay. Well, I wish, if I'm being honest, Fangtooth, I wish I could fly, but I can tell you, based on how excited I was for the shoes that I bought today, I cannot fly.
Well, Well, Fangtooth will, I guess, keep searching then.
Is that what you're doing in your travels?
Yes, I'm trying to find an eggmate and how to become a dragon, and I have not been able to find either.
Isn't there a like what's the fangs? I guess a like side question.
So
That
they,
seems kind of dragonish to me.
you know enough about the Fangs that they are kind of the fighters guild, essentially, of the country. They seem to mainly post up outside the Decayed Marshes, but they do have representatives in most of the larger cities as well. Just kind of fulfilling quests, kind of, you know, taking care of dangerous monsters, that kind of thing.
I don't know. I really don't like telling people stuff. Like, he's so sweet, but I just feel like I still don't trust him. Also, he can't really help us. He's not the. There's no cloaked people.
Mm-hmm. Well, Fangtooth is going to go now and try and go in the caravan tomorrow.
Are you in the caravan that's going west, or?
Yeah, yes, they said they could take me to, I can't remember, to Balos. So I look for egg bait there.
Good luck.
If you were to find an eggmate and then was turned into a dragon, that might not work out for you, right? I mean, your sequence would be more that you want to turn into a dragon first.
Oh, sorry, the egg brother who was lost, who was exiled. I'm looking for them. And if I be dragon, I can protect them.
You're looking for your brother,
Yes.
but you don't know where he went at all.
No, he was exiled from clan a couple years before I was.
How long ago was it?
Probably, well, 2 years now. I left a few months ago. He
Why was
has
he exiled?
he finds shiny treasure, but it brought bad things chasing after him.
Where are you guys from?
We came from the Dragonclaw Mountains.
Did he steal something from a dragon?
It wasn't a dragon that came chasing it, so I don't know. He now had big gold collar on.
Do you know where he is? You don't need to be a dragon if you have the champion to fight for you. I'm not a dragon, but god damn. I like you. I like you, kid. Come on.
But I want to be dragon, and I know there's a way somewhere to be dragon.
Do you want to be dragon, or do you want to help your brother?
Yes.
Okay, well you can't have both. So
You could just, I mean, you're looking to be a dragon, so you can be big and powerful and protect him.
Yes.
Right? You could definitely try a different route to become big and powerful. You could train, you could lift weights.
Or become dragon. That's much easier. Find a way
I
to
don't
become
think that
dragon,
it's
become
easier.
dragon.
So what came after your brother, anyway? Was it, like a monster?
Lots of monsters. The clan defended one set of monsters, and then shortly after another came, and they got stopped that one too. But then we can't. It was too dangerous. Had to exile.
And now your brother wears a gold collar, or the thing... Who's wearing this collar?
He is wearing collar.
But you don't know where he is. How do you know he's wearing a collar?
Because he was wearing it earlier. He can't take it off.
where did he get the collar?
He was down in the caves and he got lost and he came back with it. He claimed it is his necklace.
The Dragonclaw Mountains are just south of Lantar?
Yes.
Did anyone go with your brother? Why? You seem pretty close.
No, it's too dangerous to go with him.
Where did he go?
That's why I'm looking.
What? You wouldn't figure out where he's going before he leaves so that no one accidentally runs into him in like a year?
Well, the clan doesn't leave. He had to leave. Clan stays put.
I guess. Alright, Fangtooth.
I don't know how to help you, Fangtooth. I don't know how to turn someone into a dragon. Don't know where your brother is.
Fangtooth understands. Fangtooth used to this. And will kind of work to sidle his way out of the bar, or the booth with his drink. Thank you, Dragon Lady.
Do anything, man. Wait, come.
With that, if no one is going to stop him, Fangtooth is going to kind of head off.
Hey Fangtooth, I think we're planning to be back for the next fight or the second to next?
Oh, I leave with Caravan in morning.
Just letting you know, like, you know, I guess that's true. Oh, you're so sad.
With that and the departure of Fangtooth, the evening still is going on at a decent clip. It's still relatively early, but this evening for us is winding down to the end of the night. So I think what we will do now is we will pause it for this week, and we will see where you all want to pick it up next week with what happens. Maybe we'll kind of run through quickly of what else you would like to get done, possibly some more role playing. But with that, oh man, I think it is a good place to stop before we get too much further. It is already almost 10:30, so we've been playing for almost 3 hours, which definitely isn't long enough, but at the same time, it's long enough. So thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you for watching, players as well. Thank you for playing, and I hope you enjoyed this evening with some answers, some questions answered and some questions unanswered, and more questions, left unanswered. However that all works. Also, viewers, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching tonight. Again, the music, the song you heard was The Derpwood, our own bard. They have a lot of music up on YouTube, and there's some new music as well, so feel free to go over there to check them out. The link is in the description. If anyone's interested in joining the Discord server as well, feel free to join the Discord, kind of let us know how you found us, and kind of keep up to date with everything that is Cyrenthe. So you can follow me on Twitter, because I am the GM for here on my channel. So I've been Tithalanos. I'm already out of order a little bit, but I think we're at the point where the stream won't freak out too much. But I'm going to still go back into order. Mike, kind of let us know where our viewers can find you and keep up to date with all things Madcap.
As you said, I'm Madcap23 on most social medias. Occasionally I hang out with Guild Superior. You can find me here every Wednesday night that we're gaming. Look for me on TikTok, look for me on Twitter, other socials, and I create homebrew stuff on D&D Beyond. Yeah, that's about it. And I've been your rogue and Whisper Elf Hestian tonight. Back to you, Ty.
Awesome. Allie, how is your first? I'm gonna keep asking you this. How's the first campaign treating you? Are you enjoying your time, your evenings?
I am. I'm getting a little too emotionally involved in characters that don't exist, that are very sweet and named like eggs. I was ready to die. He can't take a day off. That stresses me out. He's dead. But it's good. It's good. I'm getting very involved.
I enjoy the fact that you are creating your own paranoia and providing funny story elements. I think all three of you kind of caught and built on that, so that was very enjoyable. Shelly, a little bit about yourself and where everyone can find you.
Of course. I'm Shelly, and you can find me on Twitter at RealFleaMonkey. And you can also find me on Guild Superior every Tuesday night playing Greyhawk with DM Dave and crew. And obviously here every Wednesday. Tonight I played Guzmik, the Goblin Cleric, who has got many more questions now than I did at the beginning of the night. In fact, Guzmik is still writing notes about different things that we've just encountered. It's been great, though. It's been great. I love all these side notes.
Awesome. Yeah, it's I fear for giving too much information, but also I kind of expect the players at some point to be adopting an NPC, and it seems like Allie is ready to do that already, to a couple of them. So we will see what happens in that sense. But that's really about it. Again, I'm Tithalanos. Come kind of give us that follow. Help create more characters. Again, I'll kind of give this. Novicius is a follower as well who created a character that happened to be the Sutter Collective character that I kind of put them into. Their specific request was they wanted a kindly professor-like person that would give the players a health potion, so you can thank him for that. And another follower, Zerdafox, he gave the description of Fangtooth and his quest to become a dragon. So both of those have been follower inputs.
Very nice.
That if we get more followers and follow us on Twitch and shoot me a message, even on Twitter, that you're following, and we'll keep adding in more NPCs because I enjoy kind of interweaving more people's NPCs into the game, and you can obviously see that the players enjoyed it as well. So that is it for us tonight. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks for watching. We will be back next week for another game night, we assume, playing Pathfinder in Cyrenthe. Ooh, but before that, I needed to completely forgot that I gotta set up the raid, and I think I have the perfect person if they are streaming tonight. Oh, they are not. I've been trying to raid out to a specific person, but they have not been raiding recently. So let me see who I can find. See if somebody is playing Pathfinder.
We can always stop Fangtooth. Adopt him.
Yes, we could.
You've got a whole night to do it if you want to.
Yeah. He definitely wanted to make sure we knew he was leaving tomorrow morning,
I
meaning
know.
we have all night.
Well, I mean, it's there if you guys feel like you want to. It is something you can attempt to do.
Things went down south of the city that we might, or in that area we might end up in. That's where Black Maw might be over there, sort of. His homeland. That's probably not where his brother is, but
Well,
yeah.
yep. Well, he said a lot of things that piqued my interest, so gotta talk with the group before I decide what to do.
He
with them.
knows you. He knows all about you.
He knows a little too much.
Yep.
Very uncomfortable.
Ooh, too much? Interesting. More to Joanna than we know already. That's good to hear.
Pit bear fighting.
Yep. All right, we are going to raid out to Phoenix Iwaki, a good friend, especially of Guild Superior. They helped with a large charity event with Guild Superior. I think they raised $3,500 for No Kids Hungry. So that's, they're great people over there. So follow us with this raid and tell them hi, and we hope to see you all next week. See you next week.